Hi, welcome to the Character Install Podcast. I am your host, Derek Ware. This podcast is powered by A Football Journey. All right, as always, we are talking character. We're going to spend 5 minutes here just to install some character. One segment timer, one period of character install. Today we're talking about adversity. We're reading right out of the A Football Journey manual, and this is one of my favorite lessons. We sit down and talk to the kids, and this is a lesson that's very applicable. First, we tell a story, and the story is about two farmers, and one farmer had a pack of thoroughbreds, and he wanted to transport those thoroughbreds from his farm to his brother's farm, and so he took those thoroughbreds in that pack, I don't know, 10 or 12 of them, and they're walking to the next farm, and they get attacked by some wolves. And what those thoroughbreds do is they did a great thing. They all lined up their heels towards the wolves and just started kicking those wolves. And those wolves quickly retreated because they knew that group of thoroughbreds, the way they organized their defenses, was not going to be able to be beat. Well, later that day, a different farmer was taking his group of donkeys that same route, and those same wolves came and attacked those donkeys, and those donkeys flipped out. They panicked, and they just started kicking the mess out of each other. And that is just a great metaphor for different types of teams that we coach. You know, sometimes a team with high character, when adversity strikes, a team that trusts each other and understands how to overcome adversity, that type of team, what they do is they partner up, they grab arms, and they fight against that other team, and they end up becoming victorious. Now, there are other teams that have poor character, that don't understand how to overcome adversity, how to deal with adversity, and so when bad times strike, what they do instead is they blame each other. They end up kicking each other. They end up defeating each other. They talk bad about the coach. They talk bad about the fellow players. And so the reason why this is so important is our kids don't just grow up and just naturally know this. This is something they must be taught. And so we sit them down and we talk to them about adversity, and here's how we're going to deal with it. And so we know that when bad times strike, we're not going to behave like the donkeys and blame each other and kick each other and assault each other and fight against ourselves. Instead, we are going to arm forces and get shoulder to shoulder and attack the adversity as a team, as a group, as brothers. We talk about how life is going to be tough. One of my favorite quotes, it just says, "Life will send a challenge to its end, and when it comes, say, 'Welcome, friend.'" Just to say, hey, life, whatever you got, just bring it. I'm ready for whatever you can give me. And just to know that there are going to be times where life shines upon you, and there are also going to be times where life cheap shots you in the stomach. And when you're on your knees, when life brings you to your knees, you really have two choices. You can sit there and beg life for mercy, or you can look life dead in its face and say, hey, is that all you got? Is that all you got? And stand up and fight back. Let that adversity, instead of crushing you, let it make you better. Let it improve you. Let it light that fire underneath you and drive you forward. There's a great thing there's a book by Malcolm Gladwell called David and Goliath. And in that book, he talks about how during World War II, the people in charge of England thought that if Hitler started dropping bombs on England, that everybody would panic and behave like the donkeys and just kill themselves or kill each other and just be pandemonium, rioting and looting. And instead what happened is they banded together and served each other. And then also those bombs landing near those people did not terrify them. Instead, when a bomb lands next to you and it doesn't kill you, it gave them this resilience, this belief of, hey, I was bombed yesterday and I'm still here today, so what's the worst that could happen to me? And that is a beautiful thing. And our kids deal with some of those same things. They have terrible life circumstances that happen to them. And when they see that it does not knock them down, when they see that they are able to stand up, that they are still there, they realize that they can do it. When life sends its worst to you and you survive it, you're able to look at life and say, "Hey, is that all you got? You gave me your best shot, and I'm still here." And that is why you must overcome adversity. That is why you must look at it not as a terrible thing, but as a chance to test your character and a chance to learn and grow. All right, that has been this week's installment of the Character Install. We are talking character. We are reading out of the Football Journey Manual. To find out more information, you can go to afootballjourney.com. That's afootballjourney.com. Also, there is a great video that goes along with this lesson. Just go to the website. You click on the overtime section. It says OT videos on the top, and there is a great video that goes along with this lesson on adversity.